Welcome to Dagnabbit Boys. We have a huge announcement today. Dagnabbit Boys has become Dagnabbit Incorporated.
Yeah, so right now you're watching the Dagnabbit Boys podcast, which is a subdivision of Dagnabbit Boys Media, which is another subdivision of Dagnabbit Boys Incorporated. Because, you know, Shane, you said it best that with the rise of AI, people need visionaries.
Yes.
And we've decided, with the success of the podcast, it's clear that we're thought leaders, that we're people that people trust. And so we've decided to become Renaissance men and pretty much branch out into any industry that's available.
And here's the thing, is you guys might be looking at us like, well, these guys aren't that great. Why are they visionaries? And here's the thing about being a visionary, you decide that.
You just choose to do that.
Yeah, and we did. So
And we did. And
yeah,
you might say
it's like, because it's like, you think fucking Michelangelo fucking wasn't like, I'm just gonna be a visionary. You think he wasn't? You think he wasn't? He could have just been do one thing, but we're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Cooper, we have hours of stand-up material, and so it's like, it's not like we're gonna quit doing stand-up. We're gonna keep writing and doing stand-up, but now that we have this backbone of stuff that we can go and pursue other creative fields. We have a movie coming out on Dagnabbit Pictures pretty soon. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Joey Cerrone. We're gonna be working on editing it. We're gonna have a little production card mock up. What are you gonna do that tonight? Yeah, Cooper's gonna make the little production card. And
well, our studio is going to.
Our studio, yes.
I'm not going to really get specific about who's making things and who's working for us, but we have a really exciting and inspired team. We're kind of like when Steve Jobs and the Woz were in the garage making the first computer. So we're like at the level after you make the first computer, because the first computer is obviously the Dagnabbit Boys podcast. It's like a hit, changes the world. People are starting to know our name. They're like, holy shit. There's been a shift in culture that's clear. The future is going to be different no matter what.
Yeah.
Now we have a small office, you know, and we're not at the current Cupertino Apple campus level yet. But I want to be clear. The plan is to have a Dagnabbit Boys campus.
Yes. One day you'll be visiting the Dagnabbit Boys campus. Yeah. And if you're a woman that's ever rejected us, you're going to feel like a fucking idiot.
You're going to feel so stupid. Because
you're going to be like, I could have had it all. And you don't.
And you don't. And you don't have shit.
You don't have anything.
You don't have shit. All you got is fucking saggy nipples and a guy who you thought was hot because he's tall, but now his balls are hanging. And our balls are hanging too, but they're hanging onto marble tables at the Dagnabbit campus. That's like 3 California city blocks. It's huge.
Our lives are going to be, you know,
awesome.
When we figure this shit out, when we got all this money, we will get as much pussy as a guy who was just born tall.
Yes. That's how much pussy we'll get. A guy who just moved from Indiana and was like, girls are nice in LA. But we'll know. We'll know that people are having sex with us because of our money and our turtlenecks and it's
essentially the same. It's essentially the same thing. Because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like you have sex with a woman because of your money. It's the same as having sex with a woman just because of your looks. Because it's truly meaningless.
Everything's material, and that's sort of another kind of mission statement of Dagnabbit Boys. That, listen, it's all material, and if we're going to live in a world of consumerism and greed and lying and just constant consumption, I at least want the products to be made by humans and not AI.
Yes, and we're going to be, I would call us the last humans.
The thing, we're kind of the last humans, definitely the last Renaissance men. What annoys me is people are like, oh, AI can do anything. Well, you know who else can do anything? Shane Bianchi and Cooper Lyden, heads of Dagnabbit Incorporated. That's who else can do anything, okay?
That's perfect.
If you want something done, okay, whether it's a fucking script, whether it's a movie, whether it's a photograph, whether it's a podcast, a song, a liqueur, a casino, a racing team, check us out on the field, number 1488. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want, we can do it. We can make
do
it.
Everything. We're the I would refer to us as the polymaths of the apocalypse.
We'll have a department just for sex at the Apple campus.
It's called the Fuck Shack.
If you want to have good sex, you can make an appointment with one of our thousands of assistants, and you can go to the fuck shack and we'll have sex with you. That's also something we do.
Yes.
We'll do therapy.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
But, I mean, right now, I consider myself what I call a self-futurist. So I'm not a futurist for society at large, but for myself. And so, I'm really dreaming big, talking about streamlining, talking about efficiency, talking about cosmic shifts, but it's all within myself. But what you realize is that we're all God. And so
especially us.
And especially more than other people.
Yes. Because we've decided it. The thing is, as I said, you may be watching us and think, why are these guys so great? We decided that. Because you're allowed to decide that.
You're allowed to decide that. A lot of Christians are like, oh, you gotta choose to accept the Lord into your heart. What they don't tell you is that you can choose to know that you are the Lord, that you are God.
And we are. And everyone will be worshiping underneath the Dagnabbit Boys emblem.
Because here's the thing. Every single person in the world is a creator. Every single person in the world is God. Every single person in the world has the ability to change the world. And you cowards, day in and day out, choose to deny that power and subserve to a God who was invented in fucking Palestine?
Where?
Exactly. So if you're not going to be the gods that you are, then worship us.
Worship us.
Make a choice.
Quit going to your job at the fucking stay-at-home.
Quit your job.
Quit your job at the fucking stay-at-home fucking help defense contractors and come make some music for us for Dagnabbit fucking media.
Or just listen to the just quit your job. Quit your job, stay at home, and listen to our podcast. And I swear to God, you will get everything you want and you need, and your children will look at you not only with respect, but with an awareness that you're actually fulfilled and happy. Because it's one thing to be respected as, a hard worker or blah, blah, blah by your children. It's another thing to be respected as a person who really is fulfilled and enjoys their lives. You have to set a good example for them. And right now, you don't. You're failing as a father. They see how stressed you are, and they see a weakness and a desperation and just an overall pathetic nature from you.
Or a mother.
Same, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Or you're a fucking pathetic bitch, or you're a pathetic motherfucker. Either way, you need to listen to more of this podcast. Because
you should probably re-listen to a lot of the episodes. They're probably better than the first time. There's a lot. We're very dense.
You missed a lot. Just accept it.
It's like The Simpsons. There's jokes that are like hidden jokes.
Even if you've listened to every single episode, I guarantee you've only listened to half the podcast because you missed it. You know why?
We script out every single interaction we've ever had. That we got mini jokes in there. We got double, triple entendres in there. We got quadruple entendres in this bitch.
We have storylines that you're not even aware of. Undertones, overtones, deftones.
Yeah, characterization. We have character development.
Alliteration.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of alliteration in the podcast.
People love alliteration in podcasts, and I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not a fucking dog, but you get the point. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of exciting things
You're not a dog.
happening.
You're backwards dog. You're God, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some deep shit.
Yeah. See? And I bet half of you miss that. You know why? Because your fucking ego.
Because your ego,
you can't get out of your head.
I gotta work on the computer.
I
gotta make a computer thing where
I gotta make money
so I can live in a nice neighborhood.
I gotta buy the milk and the eggs. You don't need to eat food. I mean,
you absolutely don't.
Like, stop.
Live in the hood.
Live in the hood.
Pay $600. Only eat McDonald's.
Mostly just drink coffee and smoke cigarettes. And when your stomach hurts, eat some McDonald's.
Yeah.
Other than that, life is easy.
And then you can someday become maybe even a fraction as good as we are. But the first step to enlightenment is deciding you're enlightened.
And don't vote.
If you vote, I'll come to your house personally and kick your ass.
Stop voting. Okay?
Write in Dagnabbit Boys on all the voting things.
If you're going to waste your time voting, write in Dagnabbit Boys. Just write in that or whatever. But
this episode, people are going to look back at this and they're going to be like, this is where the tide shifted in America.
This is our beer hall push.
Yes.
Our ideological beer hall push.
Yep.
And I don't want to compare ourselves to him because he wasn't creative, but
he was dog shit.
But
I could be a better painter.
But he did choose to be a visionary. And his vision was bad. But what I'm saying is
our vision is good.
Everybody else who's choosing to be a visionary, whether it's him or Peter Thiel or fucking Jeff Bezos, they all do stuff that sucks.
Yeah.
The only guys that are visionaries are doing stuff that sucks, and they won't stop doing stuff that sucks. They don't have liqueurs. They don't have cool production companies. Amazon doesn't make cool stuff. They don't have cool podcasts, and they don't wear cool clothes. So I don't know why we look up to them. Look at how we're dressed.
Look at how awesome we are.
You love it. You think it's cool.
Yeah.
I spilled a little coffee, and I can forgive myself for that.
I've been wearing these
pants
for the last month. I never have time to wash them.
That's fine.
I plan to do that today. I smell very musty, but you don't know. You're watching a podcast. You have no clue how musty I smell.
Well, you guys are obsessed with being clean because you have the time to clean your bodies.
We don't.
If you were producing on the level that we're producing, you would be filthy. You would be covered in the grime of your own creation. But instead, you're covered in the grime of your own consumption.
Covered in the grime of a degraded soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you guys are living.
Yeah.
And we ain't living like that. We're living like intellectual kings. We're going to be the philosopher kings of our era.
We have to be, because so many people have lost all their courage. I mean, you're all beautiful sunflowers, and you are not your skin of grime. You are a sunflower. Forget me not. But every day you go out and you lie. We're bringing Allen Ginsberg back from the dead. He's going to be part of the creative department.
We're going to dig up a lot of the bones of a lot of famous writers. We're going to have them in the building, maybe just absorb their energy.
That's going to be a cool thing.
All the great writers to now are helping develop apps with market research.
And I hope they all get blown up. But a cool thing about the Dagnabbit campus is, well, like Shane said, we're going to have the Hall of Bones.
Yes.
So we'll have people like Allen Ginsberg, King Tut, Harvey Milk, inspired Harvey Weinstein. He's alive, but we're gonna get his bones, and
we're gonna get his bones. He'll just be a flattened puddle.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have his bones surgically removed because we can do that.
Yeah, we have Dagnabbit medical devices coming out soon. The first medical device is a deboner for living human beings.
To add to the Hall of Bones, and people would sign up for this.
The cool thing about the Hall of Bones is that we're mixing up the bones.
Yeah.
So I know you're thinking like, oh, is it everybody's complete skeleton? No, it's like Harvey Milk's rib connected to King Tut's sternum, connected to, Sonny of Sonny and Cher's skull, things like that. So,
and we're also going to have what killed them also in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have the skis.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have parts of the tree that killed Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have the deboner machine that kills Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. And we're going to, when Jimmy Fallon dies, we're going to let him die naturally, but we're going to take his consciousness and we're going to download it into a software so that he can live eternally, but only in software, and we're going to keep him in a hell.
And the only thing he can do is laugh, to a certain point that even his expression of joy becomes agony.
Yeah, he can't say any words, but he's in constant pain, and all he can do is laugh. And you can press a button and just hear him, but if you don't press the button,
it becomes haunting after a little bit as he realizes.
Yeah,
as the consciousness realizes that's all he is.
Yeah,
he can't scream.
I'm excited for the Dagnabbit campus because there's going to be a lot of strobe lights and like 150 BPM music going on and some smoke. So it's like Apple campus right now is very clean. It's very easy to get around. The Dagnabbit campus is going to be kind of opposite. Half of it's underground. Half of it's a bunker.
You can also smoke in every single room.
You can smoke anywhere.
You can smoke anywhere in Apple campus, and if you want to throw it on the ground, that's fine. We pay a guy specifically to clean up cigarette butts.
We pay him $2 million a year.
We're going to pay our employees super well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Dagnabbit Boys promise.
All the employees are from Harlem because we just want to have some energy in the place.
We're going to take kids from the ghetto, give them high, well-paying, blue-collar jobs.
We're going to recruit children. Don't ask about our recruiting practices from, and this is where it really gets exciting, from the ages as low as 3, and get them into a visionary career mindset at Dagnabbit campus, where there is smoke and strobe lights and 150 BPM music playing all the time, and they can start smoking, and pretty soon after that, you might hear about another Harlem Renaissance.
Definitely. And the ones that don't produce good art will debone them, take their consciousness out, and mix it around into an AI system so that you can talk to the working folk, understand their lives,
and we
understand their struggle.
And listen, I want to make it very clear, we're very against AI. The only thing we use AI for is to download consciousnesses into it and then torture those consciousnesses. That's the only thing we use it for, because it just helps the consciousnesses it streamlines the expression of themselves while we torture them. But every other type of AI is not involved. It's a craftsman
that's the only
mindset.
AI. Are you mad? Are you mad at your fucking brother for killing himself? Well, we're going to download his consciousness into an AI and torture him forever.
Yeah.
So to make him pay for that,
we can make him feel a kind of pain that's not directed at any body parts. He has none yet. It's just sort of, he's like an orb and everything hurts.
So if you really like feel really mad at somebody you know for drug overdosing or committing suicide or something, you can take the consciousness to us, and we'll cause it eternal agony, because there is no hell other than what we create.
You can.
We're creating hell at the Dagnabbit Boys campus.
Yeah, because we don't believe in any heaven or hell, so we're creating a hell division at Dagnabbit Boys where people can live eternally in pain.
We will be stealing the bones of billionaires and transporting them into hell, and that's the deepest reaches of hell. That'll feel like your brain is having its urethra snipped.
It's going to be cool walking into Dagnabbit Boys campus, because we're going to have Peter Thiel. I'd like to crucify him, but then you die in a quick 3 days.
Yeah.
So he's going to be strapped to just a sheet of plywood upside down that slowly turns. So, because if he was just upside down, he would die eventually. But it slowly turns all day. So as you walk in outside near the gardens, you're going to walk past Peter Thiel, who's slowly turning on a rotating piece of plywood. And he's muzzled. He's wearing a pup play mask. But
I was thinking
Peter
about
Thiel.
Peter Thiel. We could still crucify him, but every day we give him an hour break.
Yeah,
feed him
and get a medical guy to help him out.
Keep him up. Yeah, and then just put him back on.
And we put him back up.
And
crucifixion, you die of suffocation because your body falls and your neck droops, so you stop being able to breathe. So if we just give him enough breaks, then he'll come down and be like,
Yeah, and wouldn't you guys love? And we're going to every day we'll have a specific account for him. Called Dumbass Thiel Breaths, where he's just gagging for air. It'll be posted every single day.
Well, we'll have a live stream set up to a paintball gun, and if you donate, the paintball gun shoots him in the penis. And it's cheap, too. It's like 5 cents.
Yeah.
So
it's super cheap.
He's going to be constantly getting shot in the penis with a high-powered, fully automatic paintball gun.
We will have East LA gangbangers shoot him up with methamphetamines also, so he's awake the entire time.
Yeah. Also, it should be clear, at this point of the Dagnabbit Boys campus, the entire Earth the entire, at least United States, will be slabbed, which is an idea we had a while ago, but don't think we've forgotten that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to cover the entirety of the United States in thousands of feet of concrete to make it flat on the top, so everything's level, and Dagnabbit Boys campus will be on top of that and also within the slab. But I just wanted to remind you that, because you guys think that we just do these, you think these are bits and we're joking around or we're trying to have...
This is our vision of the
future. This isn't a comedy podcast is what pisses me off. That's what people don't get. People are like, that's not funny. It's like, why did you think it was funny? Because I posted it on the comedy Reddit? No, it's just because comedy is the only way to be truthful now. I consider it the truth Reddit. So I'm not posting things to be funny, you stupid fucking idiots.
A lot of people call our ideas dystopian and apocalyptic, and what I would say to that is take the dick out of your mouth. Take the devil's dick out of your mouth, because we're implementing things in the world that are going to provide a better world for you guys. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to have everybody's social security number put on a QR code on their arm.
Mm-hmm.
So if
easier to make friends.
Yep. So you'll know their social security number,
because nobody connects anymore.
And here's the thing: if we know
this.
everybody's social security number, then we don't know anyone's.
If we all share our social security numbers with each other at all times, then it takes the power away from the social security number.
Because right now, if you cannot show somebody your social security number, but if everybody did, it would provide a bit of openness.
Well, the problem in our society is making the natural taboo. And Social Security numbers are an integral part of the human experience, and the fact that we don't share them with each other is a clear...
What if you have a really good one? You'll never know.
What if you have a great one?
Yeah.
What if you have one that people would really like to hear?
Yeah.
A Social Security number that brightens people's day and makes them believe in something, and you keep it just for yourself. Who? Do you only tell your wife, you know?
We'll also have vanity Social Security numbers. So if you want to make like a funny Social Security number, that's your choice in the future.
You can also just change your license plate to your Social Security number so people behind you on the freeway can know your Social Security number and look you up and do whatever they want with it.
And nobody will be harmed because just everyone's Social Security's out there.
Well, there's no point in...
Because it's like if you get somebody's Social Security number, then it's like, yeah, we all have that.
Why would you want to steal somebody's identity when we're all going to be working as a unified force?
Yes.
Who are you going to be? Yourself again? Yeah. Gotcha. Steal somebody's identity, what do you get? The same amount of money, the same apartment you have right now. Boom.
Yeah.
Listen, you can call this dystopian and apocalyptic, but the fact of the matter is Jesus ain't coming back. Somebody's got to do the rapture. So if you want to come up with us, you can. If you want to stay down here, you can. It's your choice. But right now we're looking at a world that matters, and that's what we're looking for. Right now, you're living in a world that doesn't matter. That's stupid. That's silly.
You live in your fucking air conditioning, one fucking bedroom apartment, playing on the computer. Like a dumb fuck. Selling your soul to the devil. Sell your soul to us.
I hope the president likes me. Listen, you don't have to worry about us liking you because we don't like ourselves and we are all one.
Yes. If we don't even like us, how are we going to like everyone that's attached to us?
However you feel about yourself is how we feel about you because we are you. So just get used to it.
Yep.
Go to the mall also and kill some people.
Yeah, if you want to go to the mall...
And kill some people.
If you want to go to the mall, don't buy products.
Kill some people.
Yes.
Go to the mall and kill a bunch of people. That's also something we're doing at Dagnabbit, boys.
I don't know if we can say that, actually.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're actually not going to do that. We're actually don't do that. But everything else we said, do. Join us. It's the future. The future's now.
I'm doing a big wink.
The future... Today is the rest of all of your lives.
Today
is the start of the rest of your life.
Today is the end of AD and the beginning of DB.
Yes. And don't think DB stands for something else, because it does not.
We're starting new years.
DB means Dagnabbit Boys.
It is year one now. Welcome.
Yes. If you're watching this podcast, welcome to the new year.
Welcome. Well, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. You're living in the greatest time humans have ever existed, with the most creative people that have ever lived.
And we've decided that.
Listen, Michelangelo, everybody called him Mike until he decided to boss up. And that's what we're doing.
And this is Cooper Angelo and
Shane Vinci.
Yeah.
Shane Vinci.
Yeah.
Cooper Angelo and Shane Vinci.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to...
I have to reintroduce myself to everyone in my life.
Yeah, you.
It's a new year, everybody.
Yeah. We should probably start wearing robes or something just so people kind of know what we're up to.
If we wore robes, people would be like, this guy is important.
People would go, oh, are you guys changing everything? And we'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, okay, great. We'll follow you. Follow you into the darkness.
We've called this the Great Shift. Gold, money, fiat currency is over.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done. Because here's the thing. Like you said, it's the fiat money now.
Fiat.
However you say it. It's just, the only thing that exists is our collective agreement that it exists. It's not based off gold anymore. So if we're just going to say like, oh, money's only worth something because we say it is, well, then money doesn't exist. Money's fake. So now this podcast is money.
Yes.
If you want to buy a Coke at the store, you show the fella from Bangladesh 3 minutes of us. A lot easier than going to a job, don't you think?
Here's my idea is, instead of money, you pay an inspiration.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that look like?
You open up your soul to the guy, the cashier.
So you're
and
buying
he gives you Zyn.
You're buying a Coca-Cola or a Zyn at 7-Eleven. You go up to the cashier and you say, "What if the world was an ocean and we were all able to swim? And if anybody didn't know how to swim, the rest of us would lift each other up." And then he bows his head and he thanks you.
And he gives you a lot of Zyn.
And then
because that's one of the most inspirational fucking things I've ever heard.
And then he gives you like 60 cans of Zyn.
And here's the awesome thing about inspiration is, you know why people hurt each other? They're not inspired.
Not enough people are inspired.
That's based. That's a base. That's a base feeling that you have to harm one another. When really you should just love everybody. You should love your neighbor.
Yeah.
But now we hate our fucking neighbors.
People don't know how to act anymore. I just moved into this apartment. I went up to all the other apartments. I knocked on their door. They opened the door. I said, "I love you." And they said, "Get away from me." And I said, "Love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor." And they said, "You're scaring me." And that's how fucked up the world is. People are actually afraid of love, of just a guy loving.
Well, I've been doing a fun little thought experiment is I've been knocking on my neighbor's doors, and I've been saying, "Hey, I just moved in. I'm Shane Bianchi, and I'm a sex offender." And usually they don't take that well. But it's just a thought experiment because I'm not a sex offender, but it's showing how people don't think other people deserve second chances.
It's showing a lack of tolerance and second chances. That's also the thing about the sort of new world we're thinking about is that everybody has a second chance. So if you
But you don't have a third chance.
No.
You absolutely we kind of operate on baseball rules.
Yeah. If there are 3 strikes. If you And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, are you doing the thing where you're imagining a new society, but then you're really just going to repeat all the same mistakes? Like you're literally going to implement Bill Clinton's 3-strike rule?"
No.
The answer is simply no, even if it seems exactly the same. And that's literally what's happening.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to completely change the prison system where everybody they have to read about Muhammad. They have to learn about Muhammad.
You don't get out of prison until you create something beautiful.
Yes.
That's why the Dagnabbit campus is also a private prison where people, no matter the crime, are...
You're taught poetry.
Yeah.
You're taught all sorts of like beautiful things. You learn to appreciate nature. And if you're a sociopath or a psychopath, which with AI will, eventually we'll be able to tell, and then all the CEOs can be taken out of power.
That's the other thing we're using AI for. It's mostly to kill and torture people.
If you're a CEO and you turn out to be a sociopath, if we find that out, beep, boop, 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 then you will be crucified Peter Thiel style.
Yeah, we're making a new type of torture for Peter Thiel. It's an offshoot of crucifixion, but it lasts longer. So
yes.
Get excited for that. That's another thing we're making. And the gangs in the prisons will be separated not by race, but by ideology.
Yes.
And by philosophy. So some people will be existentialists, some people will be stoics, some people will, have high modernist visions. It will be a variety of thoughts and beliefs that will be coming into the fray, into the fold.
Discussion is back.
Discussion, it's back. Get ready to talk.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing about what we're doing. Get ready to talk and have an opinion. Okay?
If all the people who are culpable in the world's destruction just discussed it, had to discuss their thoughts all the time, the truth would set them free.
Congress will be, they'll all be high on weed, and they'll talk about philosophy and listen to our podcast.
We have the 420 will be national law. You will have to get baked.
You have to get your children high. If you have a baby, you have to hit a blunt and blow it into their face. Because your baby needs to start thinking. Because right now, all your baby does is consume.
Yes.
It gets milk, it gets clothes, it gets picked up. It's not inspired.
And the thing is, we want to get rid of babies because...
We need to speed that up.
Yeah, because the thing is...
That needs to get quicker.
With consumerism, they've created a state of perpetual babydom, which a lot of people, and you see that with people's fetishes, which are disgusting. I think all sexual perversion is disgusting. Which I don't. There's a lot of things I don't include under sexual perversion, so don't worry. This isn't like a homophobic thing.
No.
But if you do the baby diaper little thing, then that's consumerist, and you have to be, you have to go to rehab for that.
Yeah, you got to get out of the diaper. You have to start having adult sex, whether you're sucking dick or getting sucked or licking a pussy. It doesn't matter. You just have to do it as an adult. So we're gonna take the baby people, and they're gonna they have to get suit fetishes.
We're calling it get out of the diaper, get into the khakis. It's the get out of the diaper, get into the khakis program.
Why aren't khakis sexy? Why don't you want to do role play as a middle manager and a barista? Why is that not hot? It's hot to me.
We're gonna get rid of middle managers. Any sort of management position is done.
Everybody's creating.
Yes.
Everybody's position is top creator.
The barista will be a
we do need baristas,
high-status job.
Because everybody's going to need to drink a lot more coffee.
There's going to be so many coffee shops and no more Starbucks. It's all going to be like small business coffee shops. And no one will own them. They'll be owned by the government.
Well, it'll be dag drip.
Yes.
It's drip coffee.
Every business is going to be owned by the government.
Which we may or may not have a large stake in.
But we're making no money. All we want is a better world.
You only make money to spend it, and we spend it on you guys.
We love you guys.
We love you guys so much, and you need to stop working for social media marketing agencies that create billboards for Scientology.
Yes. You really have to stop that.
It's really fucked up.
I mean, because it's like...
Stop it.
It is funny, sometimes, people will tell you that job, and then you'll be like, that's evil, and then they'll be like, that's really funny you said it was evil. And it's like, no, it is evil.
Yeah, I mean, we're only saying this because we had a friend who we won't name. I don't know why we're not naming him, but we won't name him. And he works for a social media marketing company, and he was like, our new client is Scientology. And it was really funny because everybody just sort of kind of laughed. And then me and Shane were like, that's really fucked up, like that you do that. And it's funny because they're like, yeah, I know. And you're like, no, you're like really part of something that's like truly reprehensible. Like they kidnap children.
Yeah.
They hold children away from their mothers to keep them in a state of hostage to stay in Scientology. Like the Blue Scientology Center off of Fountain is, for some people, a literal prison.
Yes.
That many don't get out of. They abuse immigrants that just moved to this country. And it is just so funny because it's like, especially in like stand-up and stuff, you meet people who are like young creatives. They're just kind of good at editing, so they get jobs like this where all of a sudden they wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and now they're making ads for Scientology
propaganda.
And the belief is, oh well, I'm gonna be a comedian, I'm not a part of this. But you realize if comedy doesn't work out, then all you've done with your life is make ads for reprehensible corporations.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and that's true of any creative industry out here, is like you'll meet somebody and they're like a yuppie. You'll meet a yuppie and they'll be like, I'm a writer, and then it's like, well, actually you make ads for Raytheon, and then you go home and you're like, it's okay, it's to fund my fucking writing career or whatever. And it's like, well, actually, that sort of middle-class lifestyle you have is very counterproductive to wanting to make art or create wisdom or any of that, or like have wisdom or any of that.
Yeah,
because you're completely shutting off a part of your brain.
Going to an open mic and telling everybody you're bisexual doesn't counteract the fact that you are promoting weapons defense contractors.
And there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that on the east side.
Mostly on the east side.
Yeah, they're really deluded. They're delusional. Yeah, deluded. That's the word. Yeah, very delusional people.
There's just like something,
and there's a lot of like weird. Also on the east side, there's a lot of like weird, like malignant, like online relationship discourse that I think is just like, you're just part of the thing. Just you're just like creating opposition. kind of.
Where
it's like talking about age gap stuff. I don't know. I've come around because I used to think the age gap stuff was evil, but now I'm just like, well, I also think both of them are evil. I think both sides are like, they want something and then don't get it because they couldn't get it.
It's two thoughtless people at different points in their life.
Yes.
And then we
victimize the woman, and it's like, well, you should just use that to be smarter.
I mean, it is like a thing where it's like, yeah, you are young and you are making a mistake, and I will grant you that, but at the same time, it's like you could be better.
And you have to
be better right now. I mean, you are like technically an adult.
Yes.
I remember somebody could be doing something better than this.
I saw somebody on Twitter post a thing where they were talking about like saying something really shitty to like somebody they were dating, and then in the replies they were like, also, I was 21 and he was 30. And it's like, oh, so you're a victim? And it's like, nah, shut the fuck up about this.
Also, at 21 and 30 is like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. That's not that big.
What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
What do you want us to do about this? You want us to go kill somebody? We're only killing billionaires with AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna kill a lonely 30-year-old. That's crazy. That's another thing about the age gap thing where it's like, you're dating guys that are pathetic, right? Like they're losers. They're not happy.
No.
They're not necessarily predators. They're just like not happy at all.
Well, especially if it's a 21-30 relationship, that 30-year-old is usually a poor broke loser.
Yeah.
Who is only getting younger women because of their belief in his maturity.
Yeah.
Which is based only in his age, and age really doesn't have a lot to do with maturity. You realize as you get older and older and meet dumber and dumber older people. At least if you're dating a 65-year-old guy, it's like there's wealth there that for however long will distract you from the fact that they're actually still a loser, even though they have money. The 21 to 30 relationships are just like, there's not even a materialistic gain here. This is you're just two losers.
Truly.
You're an idiot who thinks this person's mature, and this guy's an idiot because he is too much of a child to connect with women that are exactly his age.
But I don't even think... I think sometimes it's like, with those guys, dating women that are like 21 or whatever, is they do it because it's just easier. It's just easier, and there's kind of a sadness to that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely very sad.
Well, part of not being able to connect to women their age is the fact that women their age are like, I'd like a stable person who has a plan, and they're like, well, I don't have that.
Yeah.
So I'll just date people who aren't at a time in their life where they're requiring that from me, which is sad.
And it's like, some people have to suck,
To be in a relationship in the society that we're building, you have to constantly be making things.
Because that's the thing where it's like, that's the thing is we're in a very stupid time evolutionarily wise. I feel like with dating apps, people are getting dumber. I feel like the babies they're producing are going to be less interesting or have anything qualities or anything because it's all a eugenics experiment. So with this, you're going to start loving people for who they are.
Fats with skinnies.
Yes, we're getting fats with skinnies. We're getting fucking uggos with gorgeousness, gorgeous people, and this goes for both genders. And we're gonna create a new society.
Yeah, women need to stop being the ones to. They need to stop being the only ones to date ugly people. Fellas need to start dating ugly people.
Yes,
fellas
Once
are afraid to date
out
ugly.
There, you gotta see the beauty inside.
Hot, beautiful men with trash ass ladies.
Yes,
we're not seeing it enough because of misogyny or whatever.
Yes.
We're not seeing it. Okay, women are giving chances to uggos, but these hot guys are only dating hot women, and frankly, I'm sick of it.
I'm truly sick.
Frankly, I'm very sick of it because I'd like to date those ladies sometime.
Yeah,
and I've dated a lot of beautiful women in my life. I think they've all been beautiful, but right now I'm single, and if all these hot, tall guys weren't dating all these beautiful women, there would be more beautiful women to date.
And we used to see that more in the 70s because, we'd have these great artists and they'd be with these beautiful women. And now it's like, what's even the point of making art if you can't even get a gorgeous woman? You know what I mean?
What's the fucking point?
What's the absolute point?
What's the goddamn point?
Yeah. Who
wants
to do it?
To fill the cup in your heart that can only be filled with your own creation? Boo. Boo to that. You know what else that cup can get filled with? Pussy juice.
You know what's important? That's, so it's like you just need to be full in every aspect of your life, and we want to create a world where most people, their entire lives are full.
People need to be coming inside of pussies and creating babies. Constantly.
And not just white babies.
The flippancy...
We need to be making more races.
As many races as possible. Indonesian with Nigerian.
Okay, so as soon as somebody turns 40, if they've never had sex with somebody outside of their race, they get arrested.
Oh, absolutely.
You become arrested if you do that.
If you're 40 years old and you've only fucked your own race, you're Hitler.
I mean, yeah, right?
I mean, that is crazy.
I think there's like a shocking amount of that, I think, though.
I think definitely. It exists everywhere. Because it either exists in a very direct way where somebody's like an open racist, or they're like, I just kind of like these types of people. And you're like in a big city and you're just constantly dating the exact same race as you.
It's pretty absurd actually to think about.
It's insane. Also most people will like, when they're younger, their first partners will be the same race, and then they'll go through like a hookup phase where they like use other races as sex toys.
Yeah.
And they're like, I tried this, and then they just end up marrying the same race.
So we got to stop that. Yeah. We got to stop that also.
You got to marry somebody.
Also, if you're a white guy and you only date blonde women, arrested.
Yeah, you're arrested.
Arrested immediately.
Listen, if you're a fucking like white girl that's you got blonde hair and you're hot and you went to Old Miss, bad news. You're marrying a fucking Chinese man, and he speaks Mandarin. Okay, but
we'll be bringing back arranged marriages for some,
and it's mostly blonde women to Chinese men because
there's gonna be.
I'm not seeing that.
Here's the thing: Asian and Indian men they're getting a blonde woman.
Yeah.
And that's the Dagnabbit boys' promise.
Because I don't know what those kids would look like. I don't think I've ever seen that, and I definitely haven't seen their children. So,
and I'd love to see it.
And
that's part of our art is we're creating kids the world has never seen.
Yeah, because the only way to combat eugenics is with a more random type of eugenics.
We're calling it me-genics.
Us-genics.
Me be picking the partners for you.
Because we be picking them.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not about making like the tallest blonde people anymore. It's about seeing what happens when a blonde lady has sex with a Chinese man, with a Chinese national.
Yes.
And, does the baby believe in the sovereignty of Taiwan? Probably not, but maybe it'll have its own, and it shouldn't. But maybe it'll have its own. Also, Taiwan is done.
Sorry, Taiwan.
The second Dagnabbit Boys campus is just Taiwan.
Yeah.
It's not called Taiwan anymore. It's called Dagnabbit Boys Incorporated.
Also, Tibet. Fuck you. Fuck Tibet.
Yeah,
we don't support Tibet.
We talked about that off the pod, and I said, I got to look into Tibet, because you said you don't want to support Tibet, and I was like, I don't really totally know what's going on in Tibet.
The CIA was doing some fuck shit over in Tibet.
You think Tibet is... Yeah, I think you said Tibet's a psyop.
Psyop, for sure.
Not real.
Yeah, Tibet doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, also sometimes the new world is about supporting things you have no information on. Because right now, nobody does that.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Right now, everybody's so smart.
I asked somebody, I asked our friend Nate, so what's the deal with Tibet? He explained it to me.
What did he say?
He said it was CIA, and they were trying to bring down the communist government. And so what they did is they kind of like funded militants who kind of were fucking capitalist, fascist pig dogs.
And then the Dalai Lama's like the
he's a piece of shit.
He's just sort of
a pig dog.
The nice face of it. He's the pig dog of it all.
Bathroom.
Yeah, you can use the bathroom. I'll talk about the Dalai Lama some more. I did have a long running beef I mean, it was a one-sided beef. I never had conversations with him, but I will in the future. I had a bit of a beef with the Dalai Lama because I remember I didn't understand what it was. I feel like he's a guy we take for granted. He's like, you just see quotes of him in a nail salon, and it's like, you should listen to the Dalai Lama. He's the smartest, most thoughtful guy in the world. And I was like, who is the Dalai Lama? I don't get it. Because he's not like the Buddha, he's just the Dalai Lama. So I was like, what's the deal with that? I looked it up, and, if you don't already know, the Dalai Lama is chosen from birth. They believe that he's reincarnated, so they pick a new child that they go, oh, this is him again. He's here. So they take a kid since they're a baby, and then they bring him to a monastery, and they raise him, and they teach him, he just gets a vast schooling of different philosophies. Maybe not even different, maybe just mostly Buddhism and shit. But he just reads a bunch, and he's treated like a king. And then when he's like 60, I guess he gets to say quotes that are platitudes that have literally existed for thousands of years, and the new one's a pedophile. So I really mainly don't respect him because I don't believe there's any worldly knowledge that a Dalai Lama has. It's the same as being a king, where you've been given this life the entire time and you never had to live in the world. I would rather... Oh, can you turn off the thing in there? You hear that thing going? I would rather listen to somebody who's actually lived in the world and has a more pragmatic idea of it than the Dalai Lama who's just been a prince his entire life, which also sounds like a great place for the CIA to get into, because you have a guy that has no allegiance to the people. We act like the Dalai Lama has an allegiance to the human race, but he's never really lived among it.
You mean the pedophile, the Dalai Lama?
I also called him a pedophile.
Okay, good.
The new one is, yeah.
New rule, straight people aren't allowed to get tattoos.
Only gay people?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Where's that coming from?
I just thought about it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, sometimes you'll see a guy and he's got like the little squiggle tattoos, like the girl tattoos.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, stop confusing me. Are you fucking gay or not?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I hate that.
If
you're a straight guy, though, if you're a straight guy, you're only allowed to get neck and face tattoos.
Yeah, gay guys always get cool tattoos because you think it's just a squiggle tattoo, but they're like, this was my mom's favorite flower and my mom's dead, because every gay dude's mom is dead and they like him.
Boo-hoo.
No, but we're on the side of these tattoos. I'm not talking.
I'm not on the side of any. I'm not on the side of the squiggle tattoos. I ain't on the
side. No,
but
I'm talking about gay guys having them.
Oh, yeah, gay guys are cool.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just came out hot. I just wanted to be against everything, and that's just another thing about Dagnabbit Industries is, despite my pessimism, I do have a lot of love for all the people. But here's what I want to say is, if you're a skinny guy with squiggle tattoos, you go to jail.
Yeah.
You go to jail immediately.
Yeah, if you carry your keys on a carabiner and you only wear vintage Carhartt, the only Carhartt you can wear is new Carhartt. You have to break it in yourself. I don't believe in vintage Carhartt. You can't take a jacket from a guy that had a real job and then just wear it. That's fucked up.
Cool jackets are illegal.
Vintage cool jackets.
Vintage cool jackets are illegal.
You have to make your own stains. Make your own stains. That's also a mission statement of the Dagnabbit Boys Incorporated.
Yes. Let's see. What else is illegal? There's certain types of accents, like affected accents I don't like. I don't like a gay guy accent on a straight guy. That's illegal.
Oh, yeah. Straight guys that act gay need to fucking knock it off.
Yeah, that's illegal.
That's not cool to do to ladies.
That's blackface.
They think they're making a friend, then at the end of the night, you try and... It's not cool.
It's absolutely
You gotta
not.
just be straight. You just have to be... You have to gain trust by who you are, not with some accent. And if you're really gay, then you have to go be gay.
Truly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that shit. Straight guys that act gay, it's like, you have to be gay.
Also, if you yell, you have to be willing to fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sick of yelling at people and they back down.
It has to come to blows.
I'm just saying, if you're yelling back at me, don't get all weird. Don't get weird.
Don't get weird when you want to take it to a physical level?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, there will also be a part of the Dagnabbit campus, which is sort of like a huge room with a padded mat where fights happen. Actually, no. Fights are happening all around the campus. When you walk in, half the people you see are going to be engaged in physical combat.
It's funny how often I'll be like mean to people and want it to get more, and then they just brush it off, you know? And then it's funny because my fantasy is just getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, do you think you really want to get in fights, or you just feel like it's what should happen?
I don't feel like I actually want to get in any fights, but I feel
you're
like
willing to.
The thing is, I'm willing to get my ass kicked. It's just nobody ever really wants to. Nobody ever really wants to kick my ass. It sucks.
Yeah. People should want to kick your ass.
It fucking...
I mean, if they don't like you so much.
Yeah, if you don't like me so much, fucking kick my ass. Come on.
I don't think you really dislike me that much if you're not willing to beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
You keep calling me an asshole and shit. Why don't you beat the fuck out of me?
Yeah.
Why don't you do something?
It's weird when you try to say something mean to somebody and they're just like, huh. Just like, yeah, and then move on.
Does that happen to you a lot? Like, in what context does that happen?
Occasionally that does happen. Like, where I'll be saying something purely to be off-putting, and then somebody will just be like, oh, all right.
Well, that's also sort of, I think, a beauty of humans, where those people just don't want to believe that you're really trying to hurt them. I think they just hear that, and they're like, I don't really want to take that as him trying to hurt me.
I was talking to some of our friends
world.
the other day about their favorite, just dismissals. Mm-hmm. Like, good ways to just dismiss somebody if they annoy you.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about one. I don't really do this one anymore. But one that I got a kick out of was somebody explaining something to me and then being like, oh, so you do nothing. Like, somebody explaining whatever thing they're involved in. I'm just like, oh, so it's nothing.
Okay. So you just kind of sit around and make a couple of pictures and then you send them over to your manager and they put it on social media. Okay. So nothing. So, not anything? Is that what we're doing?
I was a little bit more like that the first, couple months I was here, but because I was very, I was kind of a dick in Nashville, and I still was kind of a dick when I got here.
Well,
but not to the same extent.
If you come from any other place that's not like a major city and you hear about what people do for work here, it's always dismaying.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what do you mean that's your job? Truly, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, I just do it, but I'm an artist. And you're like, no.
You remember the second day I was here, those women were thought that they scared me off or something.
Yes.
And it's just I'm just going to another mic.
Yeah.
Did we ever talked about this on the podcast?
No.
Well, yeah, I did a mic one of my first days here, and I got bumped by one of the hosts, and she went and talked about being on a reality show for bisexuals. And I went up afterwards and I said, I just got here from Tennessee. I don't understand any of that.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
Yeah, and then it was really funny because you left to go to another mic, and then the host, who, wasn't funny, she's my friend went to her parents' house. He said it was one of the largest houses he's ever seen. They're literally billionaires, and she spent her time talking about being bisexual and writing bad poetry. But so she's the worst thing in art, which is most common in art now. But Shane went up and said that, then he left, and then they acted like they made you leave.
Yeah.
Where they were like, can you leave? And you were already leaving, and you're like, okay, sure. And you didn't really even think about it. And then they're like, I don't think he's ever coming back here. And it was funny.
I came back the next week.
Yeah, it was funny because
I came back the next week and was like, can I go up early? And they were like, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they'd never encountered such a visionary.
Well, yeah.
Well, because when your entire life is
I also think because my accent, I think when I first got here, people were kind of off-put.
Yeah, I mean, that's a funny thing about the East Side when they're we want to be inclusive of everybody, but if you're have an accent that's especially Southern, or you're actually mentally ill,
yeah,
they're like, oh no, we don't like this.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk to rich kids who have anxiety.
Yeah.
Not somebody who's poor.
Yeah, I talked about...
Good heavens.
I talked about, I did a joke about, growing up near a Little Caesars. I remember there one time, and they were just like I was like making fun of the concept of Little Caesar, like I was an asshole.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's also the thing is people from poor communities come in and like make fun of their friends who are poor,
Yeah,
or their community which was poor, and then they're like, you can't talk like that, and it's like, no, that's like his truth.
yeah,
That's his experience. You're making fun of your family. You're talking about how your dad embarrassed you at the Nobu on Honolulu, but he didn't do that.
I don't know. Comedy has always been weird. My experience has always been weird because it has always been kind of those types of people. That's why, I feel like when I started comedy, I just got along with people that were a decade older than me. Like our friend of the podcast, John Hickok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in especially the big scenes that like think they're doing something special when really they're just trying to extract themselves from their family's generational wealth and think that they're not complicit in something horrific. So they're like, well, I'll go to a big city and do a terrible style of stand-up that I'm calling alternative, but it's not even alternative. It's just me doing really bad jokes about my half-hearted identity.
It is crazy. I saw there's a comedian who's like kind of successful whose dad is a war criminal. I don't have to say who it is, but her dad's a war criminal.
He orchestrated the invasion of Iraq.
Yes. And she has some bit. It's the only time I feel like a joke has ever really offended me. She had some bit where the punchline is just like, well, then you sound poor. Or like, it was like people talking shit on Rich, and it's like, you sound poor. And that shit pissed me off coming from the child of a war criminal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing about like, well, even if their parents did something, they're still like allowed to be in art. And you're like, I guess subjectively, but then you see it and it's like, yeah, but their perspective is the same as their family.
Yes.
So if they're going to be sharing their perspective eventually, especially when they get some success and feel like an individual and like they're allowed to really say how they think, more and more of that deep core belief in like classism and a hatred of poor people is going to come out. That's what you always see with comedians who grew up in extremely wealthy families or extremely powerful families. The more success they get, the more hatred that they have for working class or marginalized communities is going to come out. Like, and especially nowadays, I mean, that comic and a lot of those comics who are the children of war criminals are liberal, and that's why they think they're not a part of it.
Yeah.
So actually what you'll see is they won't be like racist or homophobic, but they will be very classist, is what you usually see. Because it is funny that even in the new age of people talking more about marginalized groups, the poor are almost talked about the least.
Yes.
Where like we'll focus on specific races or sexual orientations, but the poor are still neglected.
It's because like if you actually try to talk about that, then the entire ideology that the country's built off of and what you benefit from gets put at stake.
Yeah. You have to start, you have to go, I'm part of something horrific.
Yes.
My family kills people.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. You want to go, black people are awesome, right? And everybody who's a normal person is like, wow, what a moot point we all know.
Yeah.
What an almost racist thing to say. But then if you...
Motherfucking, Jimmy Sackler Jr. or something.
Yeah, but then if you're like
just a member of the Sacklers.
But we shouldn't abuse poor. Yeah,
they're just
we got
like
David Hitler coming on stage right now to fucking talk about how actually he thinks Jews are awesome, but he still hates poor people.
Yeah,
and yeah, when those people get more and more success, they get more liberal with throwing out how much they fucking hate poor people and want everybody to shut the fuck up.
It is crazy. I guess that's like why New York is so terrible, is it's a bunch of those people hanging out.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue with art in general now is like kind of a lot of the people who, the few people who have money to pursue it vigorously.
And that's why we have to become visionaries, because we're working class heroes.
Yeah, we have to give money to babies in Harlem to paint.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen.
as soon as this visionary thing takes off, I mean, my aunt's babies are getting taken care of.
They're going to be part of the board of directors.
Yes. They will not shoot heroin under a bridge. And that's the Dagnabbit boys' promise.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 years, they will not be probably dead.
But they're going to be drinking a lot of soda in the office.
Oh, so much Mountain Dew. We're going to have a huge Mountain Dew budget.
I mean, you know.
The amount of Pepsi that's going to be drank in that office. Because it's going to be all Southerners, and there's going to be so much Pepsi drink.
Yeah.
So much Pepsi and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Because, listen, you can take them out of the community, but they're not going to stop doing the do.
Yeah.
I mean, they won't fall into a terrible life of drugs and neglect, but there is literally no way to stop the amount of soda that is going to be drank by a person from a poor Southern community. That's just that is not something you can ask for. And to ask for is frankly classist.
Oh, you don't like soda? A couple of our friends have not drank a lot of soda. And I want to that's classist, and it's embarrassing.
You need to drink more soda.
That's what I try to tell people, is that soda's delicious. And
it is.
And people are like, our friend Eli's like, it's gross. And it's like, well, I think what you guys are doing in Palestine's gross. So, actually,
maybe if you drank more Pepsi, you wouldn't want all that land. Because you realize all you needed was a Pepsi.
You're not you when you're thirsty.
Yeah, and I'm a Coke guy, but if Pepsi could stop the colonization of Palestine, then, you know, I'll switch over. Maybe Crystal Pepsi. Maybe that's what'll do it.
It'll definitely do it.
Anyway,
that's been our episode.
Stay mindful.
Stay thinking.